Siouxland, get ready. KCAU 9 SportsZone is coming your way with Sports Director Anthony Mitchell and Sports Anchor Alexander Huddleston. Your inside look at all the local sports action begins now.
It's an Norfolk Catholic night. You're watching SportsZone, and the highlights start now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the KCAU9 Sports Zone. I'm Anthony Mitchell. Alongside me, the Alexander Huddleston. You ready for another week?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We have a ton in store for you guys tonight. Top matchups, big plays, and, of course, our weekly awards like Player of the Week.
That's right, and we're going to start things off like we always do here with our Sports Zone Game of the Week, a regular season finale with, let me tell you, plenty of playoff implications in Nebraska as number 1 and 8-0 Cedar Catholic battles number 2 and 7-1 Norfolk Catholic, the top two teams in Class C2, hitting the gridiron in what could potentially be a state title preview. Trojans defense allowing less than 7 points per game. Norfolk Catholic has not lost since its week 1 setback, carrying a 7-game win streak into the night. Both teams whiffing on their first drives, but it would be Cedar Catholic on the board first with this powerful run right to the right by Brady Hochstein after a blocked PAT. This one would stay at 6-zip. Great special teams play there by the squad. The Trojans weren't done there yet, though. They get the ball back and scored with Brayton Whitmire being piled in with a few blockers. Some teamwork there. Cedar takes a 13-0 lead. Norfolk not going down without a fight. Knights would finally get on the board. Nathan Timmerman breaks the plane on a counter, but that would be the only score of the Knights game after Cedar Catholic comes out in our Sports Zone Game of the Week. Final score 27-7, and what a game it was, and what a way to start the night, and certainly going to be a chance those two teams could meet up and could be thinking Lincoln in the state championship game.
Thinking of Lincoln, I like it. All right, well, it's time to get to the rest of the action tonight, starting with an all-local playoff battle in Iowa as Emmitsburg hosts Hinton to kick off Class 1A action score. Emmitsburg has won the last two meetings, both via shutout. Hinton in search of its first series win since 2016. The Ehawks came out swinging on their opening drive. They drove right down the field, and Braden Yates powers his way into the end zone. Emmitsburg goes up 7-0. But Hinton comes right back. Quarterback Cole Friesen keeps it himself, and he looks like he's looking for a contact. Gets down inside all the way. 1, 2, to the 5. And on the next play, Friesen keeps himself again, dragging some Ehawks, and he's going to bring them into the end zone with him. Hinton escapes the Ehawks with a 34-28 victory.
From 1A to 2A, how about a playoff rematch? Cherokee aiming to take down Spirit Lake, who ended their season in the first round a year ago. Final minute of the first half, high-scoring game. Cherokee up 29-22, but Spirit Lake's Ty Higgins on the keeper walks in to tie the game 29-29 at half. We go to the third quarter now. Cherokee looking for the lead, and Jackson Paulsred said, "I got it." He delivers on the QB keeper for the score. The Indians would fire right back. Higgins with a beautiful pass into the hands of a running Jazik Miller, and he goes untouched to the end zone. And how about this for a score? Cherokee escapes, winning 58-57 over Spirit Lake in overtime, a potential game of the year there.
Wow. And a pair of electric QBs highlights this Class A playoff battle. Ben Ramsey and Icam Manning meet up with Blake Wiggins and the West Sioux Falcons. First 2 minutes of the quarter, Falcons start off strong with the handoff to Braylon Lopez, who brings in for the score. Falcons force the 3-and-out in the next drive, and West Sioux back on offense. Blake Wiggins keeps it for a QB keeper, extending the Falcons' lead to 2 scores. Falcons offense continues to thrive throughout this game, and in the second quarter, 9 minutes left, Wiggins hands off the ball to Lopez again, who races down for the 74-yard house call. Falcons are able to advance with a 45-27 win.
And those West Sioux uniforms slick per usual. Only 6 teams remain ranked undefeated in Class A. One of them, MMCRU. Royals open Class A playoff action at home against Belmont Clemmy, and the Royals ringing the bell early, 6-0. How about that for an extra point off the line and still goes through the uprights? No style point, 7-0 Royals. Next MMCRU possession, Eli Harpenoff finds Michael Schmillen, nifty move, and waltzes into the end zone just like that, 14-zip. Royals roll to a 49-7 victory.
East Sac County is averaging over 31 points per game and wins the season. Head to face West Line, who leads all of Class 1A with 56 touchdowns. First quarter, West Line already up 2 scores. Quarterback Easton DeJong weaves his way through the traffic, takes it 45 yards all the way to the house to make it 21-0. Near the end of the quarter, Evan Hildring, he's going to take this ball, and he's going to bring it to the near side. Makes a couple of men miss and pick up a couple of blocks along the way for his house call, 28-zip after one. West Line rolls 48-6.
Woodbury Central enters playoff action in Class A, number 6 ranked, boasting the class passing yards leader Jackson versus score. They host AHSTW. Wildcats marching down the field versus score, connects with Jaden Lloyd, making guys miss. Whoop, left hand yellow like they're playing Twister, moves the sticks down, and that's a first down. Wildcats possession goes into the second quarter versus score, can throw, but he can run, and he can score certainly as well. Leaps into the end zone for his 11th rushing score of the season, 7-0 Wildcats. Vikings respond right before the half. Drew Lee climbs the ladder, just the team's 9th receiving touchdown of the year. Cats escape and advance with a 21-14 win. Our Rays Mid-Bell Music Band of the Week coming from Holstein as the Ridgeview Raptors pep band gets the fans ready for just another fantastic Friday night. Welcome back to the Zone. The playoff party continues for our local Iowa teams who have their eyes set on the Unidome.
All right, but you know what they say, the biggest game is the one right in front of you. Undefeated GTRA hosts the first round of 8-player playoffs against North Union. This one is a regular season rematch. Titans look to double down on his 24-point win over the Warriors earlier this season. Pick up action in the second quarter. GTRA down 28-8 with the ball. Wide receiver screen to Jaxson Schnell. Makes a nice move and goes untouched in the end zone. 2-point conversion failed. Titans cut the lead to 28-14. North Union assuming possession. Grayson Colgrove's pass is tipped and picked off by Jaxson Schnell. I feel like we've heard his name before. Titans on the doorstep again. Screen pass is going to go to Will Dar. And will he score? Who gets into the end zone for the score? GTRA down 28-20. North Union hangs on to win 56-48 over an undefeated GTRA.
The number 10 Ridgeview Raptors saw its season end in the first round of the Class 1A playoffs last year. They've got a chance to flip the script. They host a Tri-Center team that's won 3 of its last 4. Trojans at the doorstep of the end zone. Adam Golden falls into the end zone for the touchdown. Tri-Center up 7-zip, but that wouldn't last long. On the Raptors' second play from scrimmage, Derek Hellman finds an opening. He turns on the Jets. He's gone. 65-yard house call to tie the game up. Raptors roar to a 42-27 win.
Meanwhile, some teams are buttoning up the regular season but have plenty to play for. Lamar's hopeful to lock up a playoff spot as they host Storm Lake. Minute into the game, the Bulldogs' Jamie Sitzman passes it to Tegan Bogue in the end zone for a 20-yard touchdown, putting Lamar's on the board at 7-0. 5 minutes left in the first, and it's going to be Jamie Sitzman again. He breaks multiple tackles and dives into the end zone, this time for an 18-yard touchdown, making it 13-zip Lamar's. 4 minutes left in the half. Jamie Sitzman again won't stop. He connects with Tyson Augustine in the end zone for the 25-yard pass and catch. Bulldogs blank Storm Lake 35-0.
Sioux City West on the outside looking in the 4A playoff bubble, looking to end the year in the win column against number 8 Fort Dodge. Within minutes, Fort Dodge scores a TD and they attempt to do it again. Drayshawn Ross tries to take it in the end zone. He's tackled. Ball falls out of his hands and it's a fumble. West recovers. West doesn't keep the ball. And it's turned over. Ross officially takes it into the end zone. Fort Dodge goes up 14-zip in the second quarter, and Fort Dodge takes the win 35-6. Now let's take a look at some playoff scores around Siouxland here. Iowa, let's go. First round in Class 2A, OAP-CIG takes down Western Christian 34-17, while Unity Christian upsets number 8 Okoboji 28-13. Also, a handful of other Nebraska high school football regular season finales taking place between some Siouxland squads, looking to, as you say, put a bow on the regular season here. Battle Creek shuts out Ponca 53-0, while Pierce takes down Schuyler 61-20. Now, the waiting game for many, as they would say. Playoff win, of course, you're awaiting your next opponent. Also, as you can see there, depending on how the regular season ended, a tale as old as time, there may not be any seats left in the good old musical chairs regarding playoff seeding, which will be official tomorrow morning. For the full list of scores, you know where to find them, SiouxlandProud.com. Welcome back to the Zone. It is finally time to hand out our weekly top stop, and of course, that coveted Player of the Week award. Alexander, let's start it off here. Player of the Week. Who do you got?
Player of the Week. Our SportsZone Player of the Week goes to West Sioux's running back, Braylon Lopez. The Falcons running back had a monster night for the Falcons, going for 323 yards and 3 tutties, helping West Sioux advance to the next round with a 45-27 win over IK Mini. Congrats to Braylon.
And now for our top stop, and our top stop of the night coming from the GTRA Titans defensive back Jaxson Schnell. I think we said his name plenty of times. Here's another one showing off the quick reflexes and comes up with that tip drill INT and a nice stop and a nice return there for the Titans. One of a handful of good defensive plays tonight. And what a week it was indeed.